Hey there, everyone. It is great to have you here. Are you a working parent and find that life at home is a little bit crazy, particularly with little ones at home? Because if you are, then I can completely relate. So in this video, I would like to share with you some tips or some things that I've implemented in my life in the last few years to make things a little less crazy. Now, if it is your first time here to my channel, welcome. I'm Melanie Weber, and my channel is all about helping you achieve the lifestyle and the income in order to live your best life possible. So if that sounds fantastic to you, then please hit that subscribe button to find out more. Now, being a working parent is a hard gig. Let's be honest about it. But there are certainly things that you can do to make things a bit easier. So I'm going to share with you my tips, but if you do have any other tips that you have implemented in your life that have made things easier, please put them in the comments below, because I, for one, would love to hear them, and I'm sure other busy working parents would love to hear them too. So here's mine. So I do a number of things every single night before I go to bed. And among those things are I pack lunches. So I pack my children's lunches and my husband's on the odd occasion. I lie out the clothes as to what my children are going to be wearing the next day, as well as myself. And I pack bags, and I also know what we are going to have for breakfast the next morning. Really, really simple, but it's just to minimize the number of decisions that I need to make first thing in the morning. And it's also to save time as well, because let's face it, when you try and get little people ready in the morning, the less stuff you have to do, all the better. Something else I also do overnight time before I go to bed is I clean my kitchen. For me, my kitchen is the room in my house that I just have to have it clean. It really drives me nuts if I've got a really dirty kitchen and I'm going to bed. So I do that. And I also put any washing I've got as well. I put the dirty clothes into the washing machine. So in the morning, all I have to do is put the detergent in and turn it on. So the least amount of stuff I have to do the next day, all the better. So that's done every night. Now, in terms of meals, I'm a planner, and this is particularly because my husband is a shift worker. So every week we plan out what we are going to eat for the week, and we grocery shop once a week. We do stop by the shop just to stock up on the bare essentials, things like milk or bread or things like that, but we buy for the entire week once a week, and that certainly reduces the amount of time I'm having to be away from home during the week trying to work, just for the minimals or the little supplies, I suppose. Now, something I have implemented in the last couple of years, particularly since I've have children, is I have bought one of those family calendars, you know, the ones where you put everyone in your family's name up the top and everyone has their own dedicated column to write their activities. I've got one of those in our pantry cupboard, which is right next to our fridge. And on our fridge, we have a magnetic calendar, which just details 1 week, so Monday through to Sunday with big boxes. And what I do every Sunday is I transpose any activities for that week for everyone in the family, including our dogs, over to the magnetic calendar on the fridge. And the reason for that is just simply because it is very visual. On the fridge, we can see exactly what we've got ahead of us for the week, and I don't think, from memory, I can't remember any appointments that we've actually missed, because they have been on that calendar right in front of us every time that we're going to the fridge. Another tip I have to share that I haven't yet implemented, however I am certainly going to, which I saw on a Gillian Perkins video, is that she recommended, in terms of cleaning, is actually setting a timer on your phone to spend that time dedicated cleaning. So for example, say you might be thinking, oh, I need to clean my fridge one day. Well, actually setting a timer on your phone for say 10 or 15 minutes, and that is the only thing that you do. And she said it is amazing what you can achieve within even a 10-minute time period of just focused cleaning. So as I said, I haven't implemented that yet, but that will be the next thing I do. Some other tips I would like to share with you is being a planner, I like to plan things out in advance as much as possible. So this includes making appointments that I'm needing to make. So for example, I have a 6-month-old child. So I know that she is needing to have immunizations at various milestones or age milestones, particularly in those first 6 months. So when she was born, I booked her first 6 months of immunizations all at the one time so that they were in my calendar. I knew exactly when they were and I wasn't left thinking, oh gosh, is she supposed to be booked in this month? Have I missed something? So they were all booked in advance. And that's all the same with hair appointments or doctor's appointments. As far in advance as I can book them, they are locked in. Another tip is if you receive things like invitations or anything paper regarding an event, I tend to take a photograph of the invitation or information sheet or whatever it is, and I will actually attach it to an appointment in my calendar on my computer, just simply to minimize the amount of paper stuff that is lying around and most likely going to get lost or possibly drawn on. So just to keep everything all in one place, I know it's all in my calendar, and it's really helpful if I'm needing any of that sort of information whilst I'm away from home. So I can access it on my phone a lot easier and a lot tidier. And the last tip I have for you is I found a program called LastPass, which is a fantastic tool to keep all of your passwords safe so that you're not having to remember what your passwords are. You don't have to have them written down in a book somewhere for someone potentially to find out what your passwords are. And you also don't need to keep logging in to sites. You just log into it the once, the LastPass will remember what your password is. So next time you go into that site, then it's automatically in there for you. You just need to hit sign in. So that is all of my tips for you. As I said, it's certainly not an exhaustive list by any means. And if you do have any other tips that you would like to share to help other working parents, then please do share them in the comments below. Really do appreciate it. So I hope these tips have been of help to you. And until I see you on my next video, I certainly do hope that you take the best care.